half an hour. Then I get off because I go to work. I'll be off work-wise. Sorry, I had to get up earlier-wise because it was lunchtime. It's over. And then my boss we had a little meeting right quick. But how y'all doing? How's it going? I'll tell you, half an hour roughly-wise. And this weekend starts. Tomorrow I go to Seattle at the farmer's market, by myself because my pops, he usually goes, but he hit his hand, so he cut himself pretty good. He's got horses and stuff, so little horse kicked and all that great jazz. So prayers, my pop's hands get better. So I was trying to finish my other shirt, but been a little busy at work, so it can happen a day. I finish it tomorrow. So what I'm doing is I have this rap artist named Young Drac. So when I was going through my breakup 3 years ago, I got one of his shirts, right? So I'm putting a song. His song's called Toxic Lock. So I ended up the rap artist. He helped me figure out like my mansion. Like tell people analogy. In your mansion, all the doors are pain wide open, right? Because you haven't let go of your exes, past pain, toxic love, trauma, and child trauma. That's why anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, low self-esteem, anger issues, triggers what? Hawkeye brothers, overthinking, reactive abuse, right? So he helped me comprehend like my feelings going to breakup wise, and then like my child trauma, past relationships. That's why I had a door, and I just say, in your mansion, the doors of pain, all the doors of pain are wide open, all of them. The thing is, you can't fix yourself in one day. It's highly impossible. You'll self-destruct. So with that said, do one door at a time. It can get scary, most definitely wise. But what you do is, I say you have to, because the word, have a support team. You should want a support team, right? So that's what I watch your wording, because people are going through breakups, trying to do the healing journey. They'll easily get triggered with words. So try to be cautious with the words. You like me, I'll trigger you. I say you have to. You be what? You should want to. First I'm sour, then I'm sweet. Sour patch and all. So with that said, so he helped me with the communication part with myself, right? My matching, etc. And then going to, because the breakups hurt. And the only reason why breakups hurt is because in your head, I need them. So they cheated, they left, whatever situation is like, well, in your head, you need them, you want them, but they're not by your side. So they don't need you, nor do they want you, right? So with that said, it's going to hurt. The only reason why it hurts is because you're detoxing from what? Codependency wise. Nothing wrong with being alone. It's the loneliness that beats you up. That's why I say, I'm in my shirt. Trigger warning, addiction, loneliness, trauma bonds, all you go what? Codependency wise. All you ever need who? The person in the mirror, and that's it. And that's the honest truth. Right now, you just don't know that yet. Like, once again, it's not hella easy, and it took me 39 years of my life. Blessed at 42 now. So the last years of my life, blessed. I love the universe, have nothing against nobody. It sucks to see like people going through relationships. I'm a single father of 8 kids. So I know all my 8 kids. And this is like the bad thing about being a parent. Like, yes, you have parenting, all that great jazz, right? Quote unquote. But a lot of parents don't talk about like the deep situation. Like, all my 8 kids can become crackhead alcoholic tweakers. Stuck on booger sugar. They can off their domes. Obviously go to toxic relationships, right? And I can't fix them or save them. But I can hold that and guide them if they allow me to, talk and vibe with them. And they don't have to. Their choice, because obviously as parents, we're all going through shit in life. And if you don't have correct parenting, you don't have a support team, especially as a man, quote unquote, then you don't know how to talk to your kids correctly wise. Deal with your mom, ask your moms, or, you don't know the answer. They ask you a quick question like, shit, I can't even answer that for myself. So we'll either adapt or, you once again, go to mom, I don't know, I can't answer that, go to mom. Maybe she knows the answer. That's why in time you should work on yourself so you can try to get the answers. And that's what I did 3 years ago. Went through a bad breakup. Oh, shit, that shit hurt. I like that my first baby mom was going to be the bad. Oh, no, that hurt bad, yes. Then I lost my brother. Death sucks. Remember, death's inevitable. You can't stop it. The physical body, the sleep is gone, but spiritual emotion, remember this. Everyone that passes, they're always by your side, spiritual emotion, mental wise. That's when you think of him, you feel the energy, you're talking to them. They're hearing you, but obviously they can't verbalize the situation. Maybe in the next lifetime, y'all can talk, and so on and so on. So with that said, my second baby mom's the mother of our boys, respectfully wise. Analogy, I didn't physically die. Spiritual emotion, mentally, I died. It hurt hella bad. Really, really bad. And on top of that, the worst part is, like, I did a concept, which is, imagine y'all, I don't know, like, women really don't do this. It's more, I guess, men, because I did it, but no one taught me this. I did 80-20. I gave every female before my second baby mom's, which in my lifetime, I've had 6 relationships. Typically, I do long-term, right? So I tell them initially, I get 80% of my heart. Why only 80? Yes, you're going to give me 100, but just letting you know I'm keeping 20 just in case it doesn't work out, just in case you cheat, you leave. It'll hurt, but not as bad. The downfall situation, boys and girls, don't do that shit. You get in a relationship, yo, give it your all, man. But with that said, both you gotta be ready. So with that said, that's why I know not 100. I keep it. If I'm in it, I'm in it at 1,000. But I verbalize the potential to be like, remember this: you don't need me, you should want me. The door's right there. You can leave whenever you want to, and that's your choice. You're not forced to be here. I don't own you. I'm not your slave master. No. If I'm too much for you, you're going through your feelings. Whatever, you find someone more attractive. I don't know. Whatever the situation is, let me know. But I promise you, I tell the females like, yo, you can't hurt my feelings. All of us hurt our feelings by getting in toxic relationships, by not working on ourselves, when that war in the mirror. That's the reason why, our only reason why our feelings get hurt, because we don't know how to work on ourselves. We don't know how to love ourselves. We're trying to, A for effort, but if you don't have a support team and you're trying to fix yourself by yourself, I pray for you and that's it. I can't tell you that much because I tried, failed really, really hard. But the cool thing is, once again, we have a support team. My 10 live workers, I love my death. Why am I saying what I'm saying? I say it's so easy, all good, cool, calm, collective, like co-parenting. Yeah, co-parenting is easy when you're working yourself and your partner potentially they're working yourself. The grudge is trying to finish, not end, not continue on. But remember this: you can't speak on your baby mom, baby father's behalf. They can still hate your ass after. But down for those parents that are more narcissistic wise and they continue on the grudge, then they're gonna traumatize the kids more than they're already traumatized when there was a relationship, and that's not the intent to get to that point. But it can get to that point, and that's why you got to be very, very careful who you lay down with. Exchange energy, kids, and have kiddos with, because, like, as an individual, like, imagine like a baby mom, baby fathers. You talk to yourself like why can't I have, like it's like I don't regret my kids, right? But the thing is like whoops, I'm picking a little tablet. Whatchamacallit, the intent is that in time, like they've asked me, my ex asked me, like, you're gonna have more kids? I'm like, well, the idea is not to, but if it happens, right, quote unquote, because they asked me, yo, you gonna get fixed? Like, no. Like what I go, if it happens, it doesn't, I don't stress about another kid. I already got 8, cool, blessed. But in a respectful way, it'd be nice to have, like, quote unquote, have like a good relationship, and then, like, not rudely, but finally have a partner that everything's good with, both communication, comprehension, we love us each other, last dying breath. Now that kiddo, guess what? Both of us could be better parents if we worked on ourselves because of previous relationships. Then we will be better for ourselves. It won't be a toxic family. It won't be like, the woman takes her to the crib, the man just works and that's it. She's got to deal with all. It's a lot of shit going on. I'll tell you about mothers and especially single moms. Man, I love respect y'all, because the more kids you have, the more stress it is. Trust me. I have all my kids together, especially the boys. It's a lot going on. Especially I don't have a partner. Like, my ex, sometimes give me a little grief here and there. I'd be like, baby girl, you got a man. I don't got a partner. So when the boys are with me, guess what? It's 5 boys. And I got to try to juggle all of them. And, the pros of having a lot of kids, the youngest one is a super sponge, and they become all the kiddos, all their, personality and stuff like that. You can see them, right? Cons, it's a lot going on because they all want to talk to you at one time. Like when I go away right now, I'm going tomorrow, right? So they all try to talk to me at the same time. And then if I try to, yo, guys, can you please be patient, one at a time. Someone's getting their feelings, and then from there, one sad man, they walk away, and I got to, like, talk to all of them one by one, go to the other one's sad, pick them up, like, here we go, And that's the thing, like, it's a lot when you have a lot of kids. The downfall, Spanish culture, we have a bunch, y'all know, typically have hella kids. But our mentality is YOLO, like, you only live once with the woo. Like me, I'm prego, add him to the roster and another one, It was like, I treat it as whatever, not in a bad way, but just like, cool, another one, adapt, etc. Let's do this, But don't do that, because the thing is, once again, the intent is to be a family. But if you haven't worked on yourself, don't have kids. No kiddo, nor marriage can guarantee a long-term healthy relationship. I promise you they can't. You see the movies, awesome, A for effort, good idea, but 95% of the years is broken codependent, and they don't even know that. That's the shit. Like, females is not really the issue. Y'all do communication, comprehension. Y'all have love and lust, right? Us men, we're narcissistic. Communication, no comprehension. Offer what? Toxic love, lust, drama, traumas, and what? Trauma. We don't know how to work ourselves. Only if your parents are blessed, like me, Mike. That's all my kids. Yo, I'm the best teacher in for y'all. If you want to talk to me, that's your choice. I can hold your hand, guide you every which way, but I can't fix you or save you. But I promise you 1,000. I tell you, all my one-on-ones, right? Oh, my boss. 2 seconds. Hello? Yeah, it's the on the Central Mix, the one you have at the Factory Road. mean, the one you have is that one. You have another one in Grandview. Others for Lincoln, or separate tickets? Because you got the Peterburg Road. Who this is Modesto Rodriguez? Who's that for, or is that separate? Peterburg. That's what it says. 3061 Peterburg Road. What's that? Is that for Lincoln, or is that separate, or Lincoln? Okay, and the other ones, the other two for the day, or the 27th, which is I don't know what day it is. The 27th. First, the Central Premix. That was yesterday's. And it's those are Israel's. Lincoln. So those, okay, cool. All right, go boss. All right. As far as all three of them. Yeah, it's 2 loads. And that was on those 2 loads, and then the one for Peterburg, Modesto. That's all those 3. Yeah. So all 3 he paid, and then put him in the Lincoln, right? Put on there he paid. Okay, cool. All right, my boss. Bye. Sorry guys, trying to do a bookkeeping. So I'm my boss. I'm like the secretary. I'm the IT guy. And I'm learning how to play with shirts. This is kind of random. Like I was like, I want to play with shirts. Like so I'm playing with vinyl. Vinyl's fun. I'm doing basics, as you can see, very basics. But eventually I'll get better. Like the better ink and get the pretty pictures and have fun with it. All these things I'm saying, my music is set, all good stuff. I'm going through it. I'm gonna put on my shirts because, like, once again, my flaw is accent, speak fast, slur, and a mumble. I'm very, very exhausted because every day above ground on my cell phone, I have something to do for females. Tell the same story. They even ask you, you don't get tired of telling the same story? Like, no, I love it. Like, I'm trying to help you simplify life, control your overthinking. And I go, here's the kicker. Like, I go, analogy. I'm not doing physically. Obviously, you're not but I'm talking to you because you're a younger version than I am. So I'll hold you and guide you. So I can tell you everything. That's why I give you every scenario, every aspect, every option. So now you're just not by yourself with, okay, well, I'm stuck on my ex. Like, I go, that's the time. Do you need them or do you want them? Because obviously they ain't by your side and you say they're out there doing the whole phase. So why are you praying, planning, hoping your ex comes back? Make that shit make sense. Many fish in the sea, man. Back up with that, so don't even worry about that. But that's your choice. If you want to go body hopping, don't want to heal. I know it sucks, it hurts, it's scary. Hell yeah. It's definitely going to hurt hella bad. Really, really bad. But with that said, you're not going to ever evolve in life. That's why I said, you can't fix yourself the body by your side. Only if you're both doing communication and comprehension. You pick each other up when you're down. You talk about, I'm going through my trauma, going through my anxiety. Okay, I tell my one-on-ones, what triggered you? Well, let's talk about it. I know it can be a little uncomfortable, but let's figure it out. But I don't know. I promise you don't. You do know, you just don't have guidance. So that's why I tell them, how'd you sleep last night? Good. Awesome. That's a positive. Any nightmares that you remember? No. How about this morning? How'd you wake up this morning? That you can remember? Good. Okay, so if I'm going by what you told me. Last night slept good. That's a positive. No nightmares. That's a positive. This morning, no problems. Positive. So we know it's not last night, this morning. And no nightmares. So from this morning till we talking, what triggered you? Think about it. Where'd you go? Let's break it down. You're the store, McDonald's. What is it? Was it a couple holding hands? Did you hear some music? The flowers? What is it? I go, I promise you, they'll dissect and be like, oh, it was the couple, whatever. I'm like, there you go. You see, you just don't have guidance. You just going with your day. Like, that's what you always gotta talk to yourself. I'm triggered. Any negative emotion. Why are you triggered? Why are you sad? Why I got depression? Why am I scared? You just got up and you're going to work and you're already scared? Why? What did you see? Observe this, observe your environment, control, so you control, in time, control your overthinking, because if not, then it'll beat you up. You're triggered. You go to work and here we go. And obviously everyone sees it. They ask you, how you doing? You okay? I'm good. You sure? Because you look pretty mad. You look pretty sad. I'm good. And I tell people, you can, and when people ask you questions, man, I know you got to put your pride and ego away sometimes. When they ask you questions, like, nah, I'm not doing good. Honestly speaking, I'm not. Oh, well, if you want to talk about it, we can, like, what's going on with you? Is everything okay at home? If you have kids, let's say you have kids, the co-parent is cool, what is it? Because remember, nothing's wrong with, especially your feelings, but yes, I get it. You've talked to people before. They've hurt you, they throw your past and present, but that's why you got to judge and read everybody for who they really are, man. If not, then they can act nice, but they're not being nice. So they're gonna sell you a dream. You talk about the president. You know, you trigger them, or they want to gaslight, manipulate. Why is it bring you past the president? You get triggered. Here we go. And you be like, that's why I don't fucking trust nobody. Because every time I express my feelings, they throw my past to my president. Like, yeah, but here's a kicker analogy. All you lucid disciples, that's your narcissist trait. That's what you do. What you do. I just call you lucid disciple. Yeah, because I can. And I tell boys and girls, don't be shy. Go comment away, man. If you're not ready for words, I'll slaughter you, man. And then here's the best part. Petty words to the point you get triggered and you do what? React to abuse. I'm my neck for a reason. Now you become verbally, potentially physical with me because why? I started with petty words, especially with the truth. Because if you can't do self-accountability, you get triggered. You catch a case, you become the analogy. You become the modern-day caveman. Wreck-It Ralph, walking fireball, Hulk smash because I triggered you. Lucifer's in your fucking ear, gaslighting you. He's talking shit to you. What you gonna do about it? What are you going to do about it? And I always tell people, this is America, this ain't Mexico. I don't give a shit. What color you is, where you, I'll call the boys in blue. I say here in Little Mexico all the time, the way you be a bitch, I'll be a proud bitch, proud and humble. And you be the prideful bitch. Go to your dog kennel, go to jail, prison, do what you got to do. When you're locked up there, and I'm chilling at home, etc. I could recover from a black eye, all that great jazz, but with that said, I tell everybody, I've warned them, I'll make you famous on social media, I promise you that. The cool thing about technology, used correctly, anyone hurts you, bullies, exes, yo, tell your fucking story. Well, I don't want to hurt their feelings. Fuck their feelings. Use your narcissistic traits, man. They didn't worry about your feelings when they cheated on and destroyed you. And you're supposed to stay quiet, humble. Fuck that shit. That's why I tell people, which I'm going to tell, that's why it's better, it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a garden of war. So when you're the empathetic, nice person, the good girl, you worry about people's feelings and you actually destroy you. Your family can destroy you and you won't say shit. You tell your family, certain people, etc. But the best way to check anyone in the universe, the only way the world can come back with technology, you tell your story. And then when your ex gets, whoever you put it on blast, right? They're going to check you, especially your exes. I'm going to sue you for defamation. Like when they verbally, physically whooped your ass and they cheated on you, right? Or let's say you got in a fight, bully. They did it right, but you can't lie in court, can you? So tell me you're that I'm lying, that you did it, that you did cheat, or you didn't cheat you didn't fight me, etc. Whatever the situation is, because you can't lie in court. And the reason why they're in the feelings, because why? All you boys and girls, you worry about what? Remember this, all capital letters, reputation. You worry about your reputation. That's the answer, man. I give no fucks, man. Talk about me. Tell people, why worry about what people, they're talking about your parents, your ex, classmates, all that bullshit, man-made bullshit. Anyone that talks about you, first and foremost, to trigger them, you're losing disciples. First and foremost, like, why are you talking shit? And here's the best part. They don't know what they're doing, but anyone talks about you, gossiping, that's called deflection and projection. And especially with the group, C through Z, they're doing what? They're being part of the crowd. Fuck the crowd. The crowd's always going to get you in trouble because pride and ego. You try to join the crowd, which happens quite a bit. And when the crowd, you're part of it now, right? And you get in trouble, catch a case, shit's happening. And when you get busted, you take it down for the team. Why does it happen? Everyone's MIA, fucking crickets. And you're all alone. And you can't call nobody because your friends, quote unquote, they ain't there for you. Your family's there, quote unquote, they're not there. So I tell people, fuck the crowd. Be your own crowd, man. If you choose to do it, it's your choice. If not, keep worrying about people pleasing. I pray for that shit. I did the same shit for 39 years of my life. That's why I consider it crazy, because I realize my boundaries. I say no. Simple as that. And then when it comes to relationships, some females because typically women get what they want, right? Because nobody's trying to say this, females can pull. My DMs are lit. Females are like 1,000, 10,000 more because y'all can put game straight, no problem, right? But that's just cosmetics. And when you tell them, rejection protection, they can get in their feelings about it because especially when they're beautiful, on point, money, status, and fame, they will get in their feelings because they're like being rejected. They're the ones that tell men no. And I'm telling them, no, I'm too much for you. I promise you that. Yes, you're beautiful, BBL, OnlyFans, all that. Yeah, I see your money, status, I see your social media, but here's the kicker. I promise you 1,000, I'm too much for you. You probably haven't worked in yourself. And if you have jealousy and insecurity issues, I'm not the one because I'm not stopping my life. I'm not stopping my lives, my podcast, because guess what, guys? I got a girlfriend now, and she's jelly, aka jealous, and I can't go live no more. I can't do my one-on-ones. Like, nah, if you want to be part of the team, the squad, wouldn't be a power couple. You help, I help, we do as a team. That's what a power couple is. the thing when you become a power couple, the downfall situation is pros and cons. Like, the pros, you're helping people, right? The cons is you both gotta be ready, be able to control your lust. If you can't control your lust, you're gonna fall to it because pride and ego. And that's the shit. Because remember this, if y'all become famous, you know, like I tell my females, you know, squad and shit, familia, they have like the pods and everything. I tell them, y'all, you know, to me, you're already famous. Your numbers are fucking way more than I. And I tell them, no, I'm not saying this rudely to you guys, but you run the universe. You just don't know that. Really, like, women run the universe. Y'all don't know that yet. Your voice is more powerful than my voice. I tell them, yo, Queen, take all my TikToks, say word for word my tattoos. I promise you, you'll blow the fuck up. And when they ask you, you know, who told you that, you can say I, or just take it as yours. It doesn't hurt my feelings. Make the money off the situation. I'm not going to message out there. But if you can't elaborate, then be like, well, who told you that? You have the choice to plug me up, you know, verbalize who taught you, or just say, I don't know, I just saw on TikTok. Whatever. It's not going to hurt my feelings. I control my pride and ego. You know, so with that said, that's why I go, you're already famous, but I go, you already have an issue with relationship issues, right? And when you become famous, which you shall, and you go mainstream, right? You already handle all these boys and girls after you. Because loser disciples, now they have money and power. That's the shit. Can you control your lust? Can you judge and read everybody for who they really are? Or they're going to act nice, right? Because now they got money, success, and fame. And sell you a dream. And remember, the loser disciples, their job is to take everything from you. They want to be by your side. They want to take your fame. And when they take your fame, destroy you. Perfect example. Fuck, I love talking about him. Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown. Whitney Houston, square empathetic. Bobby Brown, circle narcissist. She OD because of him. She didn't fuck with coke and all that bullshit. But guess what? She did not know she was dating Lucifer's disciple. That's the shit. That's why I love knocking on them. And him, if I was like, yo, baby boy, you took her out. You're a dude. You're a circle narcissist de la calle. You're probably still running the streets being wild. Your mouth is being wild, you said it was. And he probably get triggered, try to catch a case while you're probably trying to hit my ass. And be like, there you go, Lucifer's disciple. You see, you can't control your anger, your hate, pride, ego, lust, greed, power. All in my face, all in your face. And I just told the answer. And you're the one that took her out. That's the shit. That's why you don't try to follow mammy bullshit, because you can mess with it, right? But let's say your partner's deep into it. Their tolerance is higher than yours. You try to hang with them, just one more hit, one more drink. Well, guess what? That one more hit, one more drink, you're not here no more. All because I love my partner. Fuck. That's called toxic love. That ain't love. Love doesn't hurt. Love doesn't press you. Love, you're not fucking being... Notice when I say you're not being alcoholic junkies together. That's called toxic love, man. But hey, to each your own. I pray for you and that's it. And I go on my day. I have nothing against you. Your lifestyle, I tell you, as a friend associate, I would pick up 1,000 times. Not as a partner, because I can't fix you or save you. At all. Nobody in the fucking universe. Anyone. That's why we're brainwashed that, you know, we can definitely heal, guide, support, or live for one human life to each other 1,000. For anybody. I got you, you got I, we pick each other. That's beautiful. It's called a support team. But remember this, you can't fix and save nobody at all. At fucking all. They were brainwashed because religion and culture, right? Well, maybe especially the females, maybe I'm the one that could change his way to be better, to be a nicer person, stop being a manhole, stop running the streets, getting rid of mafioso and shit. Hey, baby girl, I pray for you and that's it, and I go on my day. But I promise you 1,000, that is a disciple. You can't fix him or save him. That is his choice whenever he wants to. But he can try. You know, that's how eventually I get tied on my neck in a little, you know, picture analogies. Oh, my eyes are burning. Whatchamacallit? Glasses. Anyway, whatchamacallit? I'm going to have like, you know, a little angel whispering, a little, you know, devil whispering, and God, Lucifer. I'm going to have the, you know, emojis. It's going to be like the universe, small little eye. Then it's going to have the popcorn, the couch and TV, and it's going to say free entertainment. Why? Because God, Lucifer, the universe, and I eat up popcorn, free entertainment. All you, 95% of you broken codependent. Toxic relationships, gangbanging mafiosos, pretty boys, preppies, jocks, all this shit. But y'all crack alcoholics, tweakers, bitching about relationships, mental health, depression, anxiety. It all starts with you and your environment. But you're scared to work on yourself. Because yes, the very first part of the healing journey sucks. Bad. If you're not an addict, you're not foul to mammy bullshit, then that's a positive. But here's the kicker. You know, you're going to feel like an addict because, you don't need a person by your side. You want a person by your side. But your ex is not by your side, and it's going to hurt. Really, really fucking much. I promise you it will. And it's like, analogy, like I tell people, when you go through breakups, if y'all going through this, if y'all haven't gone through it, so far you're blessed, but have a support team. I'll hold you and guide you. You said otherwise. If you're going through it, been through it, you know what I'm talking about. So with that said, I love to use analogies, right? So when you go to a breakup in your head, because time is fucking stretching, especially when you have kids. Remember, there's categories. If you're single, no kids, and you don't want to fucking break up with, you know, a person narcissistic or your ex, yo, be like fucking Forrest Gump and fucking run. What? You have no ties to the person. When kids are involved, it becomes difficult with co-parenting, yes. But none, fucking run. Be like Forrest Gump, fucking run. Hell yeah. I tell her how they recommend. Because you're by them, please, when you see them, when they give that look, I miss you. They want to do the physical touch. Y'all, remember this. You really lay down with them, exchange energy-wise. Y'all give a hug, fucking go from a hug to making babies. Trust that. You better be very, very careful with that. And you don't want to have a kid with a person narcissistic, because if you do, I promise you 1,000, you're going to hate life. Because then when you try to squash that situation, now a kiddo's involved, co-parenting is going to be hard, especially when the kids are older. You know, they want to see their father, their mother. It's a lot going on. It's a lot. Trust me, man. But I'm blessed because I had a support team. I love them to death. If not, check out. No bragging rights, right? 3 years ago, I let my ex go in 88 days. 100%. 14, 17, later, 1,000%. Only fucking 88 days. That's everybody. I challenge you. Beat me. Especially younger than I am. I was 39 at the time being. Imagine being 30 years old. I want you to beat me. Because the cool thing when you let go of your ex, 1,000, forgive, not forget. A lot of people do this part. Forgive, cool, not forget. But here's the kicker. You'll know 1,000 if you let them go, because if your ex talks to you, right? Or they're in funny with another girl, whatever, guy, girl, whatever your ex is, what you gonna call it, and they're kissing on them with their new partner or just bullshit and being, you know, the whole phase, it should not trigger you at all. That, you know, sad, bitter, hate. Why? Ex for a reason, right? If they want to do the whole phase, fuck it. Just tell them, hey, you can do it if you want to, but you should change your ways and work on yourself. If not, keep body hopping, keep destroying people. That's what I tell everybody, all my exes and anyone in general. All these billion feelings, what? You're the manhole. Bitch about women, you're the problem. Look what you're doing. I'm already observing you. Yes, everyone has narcissist trait, but once again, women are more empathetic. They offer what? Love and lust. Us men are more narcissistic, aka boys, we offer toxic love, lust. No communication, no comprehension. That's why we're with each other. That's why we can have the conversations. And we have the same conversation because she wants to talk about it because she already knows the answer, because she does communication comprehension. He talks about it, but he doesn't know the answer. He's like, he wants to switch the subject up every single time because he's running from his problems. He doesn't want to talk about it. So enjoy that toxic love, broken codependent relationship, which actually I have it on this shit right here. So when I'm at the gym, girls getting their feelings, boys getting feelings. Girls are, for the most part, you know, they're doing better because they'll, and I see them because they be looking at me wise, but I know because where I'm from, Little Mexico, Eastern Washington, a lot of females are almost not really supposed to approach guys because that's wrong. It's like, it's not quote unquote girly like, quote unquote. But, you know, they'll be by me on the treadmill. I'll be lifting weights, whatever it was. And I see them, peripheral vision. I see them to the fullest. But I don't say nothing. Like, and they be like, it'd be funny because like, you didn't see me. I was like, I've been seeing you. I go, why don't you open your mouth? I go, I don't bite. I might nibble, but I don't bite. And they're like, nah, I know, I get it. What's up? I'm asking, what would you like to know? I'm like, now they say my shirts. Like, your shirt, did you buy that? Nah, well, this is a Walmart shirt, $5 right here, man. Or now it's $6, whatever it was. I go, no, I made it. So did you find that saying online? Like, that's my personal saying. Really? Then why do you say with that? I was like, oh, let me break it down. And then, and they use young females, like 25 and under, right? Be like, you see the cell phone? What are we doing? We're talking about vibing, right? So if I want to pass boundaries, I could. That's my choice. I go, your generation younger, this phone is your kryptonite. Your relationship are fucking basura, garbage. Because I go, you ain't the issue. I already know that'll get this conversation. It takes strength and courage to walk up to me, right? It's been the Spanish culture. I give you props for that. That takes strength and courage. Talk to nobody. So I know you ain't the issue, but if people talk about relationships, or if you're in one wise, I know he's the issue because he's like his father, grandpa, great-grandpa, brothers, uncles. And I break it down, they be like, damn, tell me I'm lying. He can fuck around, right? But you gotta dress like a nun. Can't look at guys or nothing. But he can fuck around in machismo. She's like, shit, you speaking good? I was like, yeah, I knock the fuck out of a shitty culture, especially in relationships. Fuck yeah, I don't give a shit. If boys in the feelings, I give no fucks. Why should I give a shit about any boy's feelings of what I said, especially in Spanish culture? If you can't be dedicated, do trust and loyalty to your partner, I'll tell them in the face, why are you with them? If it's double standards. If you could check out girls, she could check out guys. Fuck that shit. Well, then I tell the baby girl, yo, your choice. The door is right there. Don't worry. When I say this, I was you. You can leave whenever you want to, which is your choice. Or to give her shit, to trigger the Spanish girls, You know, be a pendeja, be dumb. Stay like your mom, auntie, sister, grandma, great grandma did. For a bullshit man-made title, I was with your father for 30 years. To brag to your kids about fucking 30 years of misery, your analogy, your hell on earth. And you go to church, your man's checking out the girls at church because the girls, young girls, fucking showing everything off, right? But I love God, I love my family, I love my kids. But damn, look at homegirl. She's solid, she's blessed. And I'm passing boundaries in front of my wife in church, in God's house, quote unquote. And no one says shit to me. Because in our culture, you're not supposed to say that shit. I give a fuck about the culture. I am my own culture. That's why boys getting their feelings about the situation. That's why boys in Eastern Washington, Mexico, hate my ass. But I tell people, remember this. When people talking about you, when you have the strength and courage to verbalize this shit, I tell people I give no fuck. Say, but shut up. Talk about me all you want. The whole valley, little Mexico, I'm way too much for you, especially the boys. So with that said, as long as my name is in your fucking mouth and the whole valley's mouth, I'm fucking winning. It's not a competition, but I'm winning. Because I go on my day, give no fucks, do my pods, live one-on-ones, and y'all gossip about me. So in your mansion, that door pane, I own that shit. Eating my popcorn, watching Colada Beauty, smiling face, living around free. So when the fuck are you gonna kick me out of your brain? Out of your mansion? If not, every time you see me, you see my TikTok on Facebook, you hear about me, fuck Marge, fuck Rito, fuck me, my feelings, I don't care. Fuck you and your feelings. Oh shit, you getting your feelings about it. See, I match energy, reverse psychology, all that good shit. You can't handle me, I'm way too much for you. And with that said, you shouldn't be in relationships. What? You should not be in relationships. And I love saying that. They get triggered. They get triggered all the fucking time. Like, bro, you can't be in a healthy, long-term relationship, monogamous. You could do polys, swingers, open, benefits, fuck buddies. Yeah, I know you could do that because you can't stay dedicated. But even if you try to do poly, you be like all these boys. But yes, if you do poly open relationships, you both got to verbalize boundaries. Talk about the shit. Because to try to poly, I haven't done poly, you know, but with that said, I've done benefits. So with that said, I tell them, you got to talk about everything day one. What do you mean day one? Would you trip on me if I was talking to another female in front of your face? Would that bother you? Vice versa. She can ask him. If I'm talking to another guy passing boundaries, you know, kissing in front of you, is that going to bother you? You want poly, you want swinger. Oh, well, no. Okay, then that's the rule. So, we could do our thing, whatever, but not in each other's faces. There you go. But remember this. If you can't handle one person by your side, how the fuck can you do two or more? If you don't have control of your heart feelings, you're not going to make it. You're going to catch feelings. You're going to get jealous. You're going to want to see your partner smashing somebody in front of you, kissing in front of you, in front of the whole public wise. And everyone's going to talk about you. You know that, right? Because monogamous talks about poly. I tell people, to each their own, have nothing against what you do. At all. That's what I was telling last night. I was talking to, a new follower on Facebook. Ebony Queen, hella cool. I'm 42. She's 30. I think she's like 37, 38. And she's barely started doing poly. And we're talking about it. I go, I haven't done it personally wise, but I wouldn't want to do that because when I was doing my benefits, I was talking about my benefits, what I've done, etc. in Seattle. I go, the females want to do menage threesome. I tell them, nope. Why? Because here's the kicker. Here's the scenario. Me, I always do scenarios. I give you every option, right? Especially now. I would tell the females then. This is back in 2011. Yeah, 2011, right? So with that said, 2011, and they want, they're offering. I'm a homegirl. I can get a girl. I was like, no, it's not gonna happen. Like, why? Yes, typical guys do that shit. I don't want that. Why? Because here's the scenario, right? Let's say it's your friend. Y'all hella cool, etc. All that great jazz, and then you offer the TLC as far as benefit. That's not benefits, but threesome, menages and shit. And then from there, wise, let's say scenario. I love your friend's energy better. TLC is better. I love the way she takes. I love the way we vibe. So I start saying, we're not together. I'm not your boyfriend. You're not my girlfriend. Benefits, right? It's a fake romantic love story. But with that said, I spend more time with her now versus you. You're going to get your feelings some type of way. I promise you will. And then potentially you and your friend are getting an altercation over And here's the best part. I'm not your boyfriend or girlfriend. I'm not your boyfriend for both of y'all. So I'm not trying to ruin your friendship because of lust. That's my choice. If you want to, I could talk to your friend and I could do friends with her and obviously in our own time. But I'm not with you. I'm not with her. I'm not with nobody. I'm with myself and that's it. I tell them, you could, and here's the kicker with polys, right? Because typically guys are greedy, right? So they can have the girlfriend sleep with the girls. It's all good in the hood, but they don't want the girl to sleep with the guy. Make that fucking shit make sense. Yes, everyone has their standards and bullshit, but that's how you verbalize if you're gonna do polys open, verbalize day one. Check out. So I'm the dude, right? So you can sleep with all the girls you want to. I don't care, but I don't want you to sleep with guys. I don't like that. So with that said, ladies, if they tell you that, You know, but from their wise, don't be pressured. Like with threesome, all these monogamous couples and shit, when the relationship's going to shit or they want to spice it up, right? What do? The guy tries to girl, hey, you know, to the girlfriend with the wooch, you know, the TS is a little boring, we should bring a girl in the mix. Like, ladies, if you don't want to become bi or mess with a girl, don't be pressured into becoming the situation to do a menage. Why get involved in that? Say no. If he gets fucking mad, fuck him in his feelings, squash the situation, there's a fucking door, run and save yourself. If you choose to want to, it's your choice. Or if not, stay there, like a lot of females do, adapt, and be a people pleaser, and do it because of him, because I want to make my man happy. Well, maybe it'll make us better. If the relationship's fucking shit, it's over. It's over. Simple as that. You can try. I promise you, you're gonna find your face. You know how many females, when I was doing my benefits, I would tell them that y'all can do that, but when you get in your feelings, you feel some type of way, I won't feel sorry for you. Then I didn't know these terms as far as like empathy and sympathy, but then now I say it, I have no empathy nor sympathy wise. I could shut that shit off with you. I forewarned you, told you it was gonna happen. Your choice. You don't have to listen to me, but what happened? Now you're in your feelings, and I'm supposed to be sorry for you? What do you think was gonna happen? That was gonna work out? It's not. It's he's being greedy and lustful, and that's the shit. But that's why you gotta verbalize it every which way they want. If not, I pray for you, and that's it. You know, and enjoy your feelings. And that's the shit. You gotta control your heart feelings. If not, it's not gonna work out. Because I tell you, homegirl last night, we're talking about it, and I asked her, here's the scenario, what's up? Like, you're doing Polly's belly, right? So with that said, if you saw your man publicly with another girl, right, and he didn't tell you about her, right? He's you know, you're going to a restaurant with your girls, there's your man, right, quote unquote, and he's hugging another girl, kissing another girl, and you walk on in it, you know, in the situation at the restaurant. Not expected, all that good shit. How would you take it? She's like, that's what I've been thinking about. I was like, you gotta play this scenario in your head. Like, in your head, like, okay, I'll be cool with it. The true test, when it physically happens, are you gonna be cool with it? Are you gonna get sad, bitter, hate? Are you gonna cause a scene? Because remember, you know, that's your man, your woman, quote unquote. You can say that, but if you want to break it down to the fullest, your poly opens. You can do whatever you want with whomever you want if you choose to on both sides. That's what I tell them. If you can't handle one by your side, how are you gonna do multiple? And I go, with my benefits in Seattle, no bragging rights when I say it, but yo, like, no Facebook, no MySpace, smartphone, yes, but I did not use the phone for social media. I started doing like Facebook in 2012. Yeah, when I moved back to the valley, right? I was like, fuck it, let me try this Facebook shit, etc. See how it works. The cool thing then, I was like, oh shit, I can see my old friend I graduated with, family and friends. That's the cool thing about social media. You can catch up with people, and they can be, don't matter if they're fucking North Pole, etc. Why is it Mars? Because you bump into my social media, their friends, and so on and so on. That's the benefit. You can talk to your peoples, right? Catch up, you know, whatever. I tell people, when y'all traveling, right, physically, I'm not by your side, right? I don't have the money and power to be traveling. But with that said, when y'all taking pictures, you know, you're in Hawaii, Dubai situation, you're camping, anything that's beautiful, like, yo, like spiritual, emotional, mentally, I'm always by your side. I'm traveling with you. Thank you for taking pictures. That's an analogy. That's my heaven on earth, because I saw some part of the world that I've never been in. Potentially wise, I might not ever be there, you know? So with that said, that's the cool thing about social media, right? So that's why I say, like, then in Seattle, but the females are extroverts. Remember this, every region in the universe is different. So in Seattle, females they shoot their shot. They're not shy at all. Extroverts 1,000. Don't matter from the ghetto hoods to the suburbs. If they like you, trust me, they'll walk up to you, you know, what you doing after work? What are you doing later? What? Can't take out to eat. Let's have some Starbucks, some coffee. I'm like, sure, you know, let's go. But I like the bullshit, but I could be a killer. But you're too nice for a killer. I'm like, cool, whatever, let's roll, right? So with that said, you know, when I did my benefits, yo, I was body hopping, you know, 100 plus. I had go through my phone. I tell a female, remember, you're not my girlfriend. I'm not your boyfriend. If you want to act funny with TLC, said I get it. If it's a red zone, time zone, because, you know, time of the month, I get that, common sense. And we don't have to have TLC nothing. We can still go out to eat, chill, bullshit. I don't think that this session just is strictly TLC. No, it's a fake Ranger love story. It's called Benefits for a reason. I want to get to know you. What's up with you, etc. Right? You're having a bad day. Please verbalize you're having a bad day. I'll still chill with you. Don't. That's why I tell females, like, especially when you're involved in benefits, policies, and something like that. If you're going through your feelings, verbalize it. Don't like lead somebody on, send pictures, all this sexing and bullshit. And when it happens, you know, come through, I don't want to do nothing with you. Like, you're going to potentially trigger somebody, you know? And I've done, like me, then my narcissist traits. Like, 3 female when I was my benefits, I tell them, yo, if you have my baby moms, especially during TLC, you're bitching and crying about it. I'm not trying to hurt you, nothing, but if I barely even touch you because you're having a bad day, then why didn't you verbalize you're having a bad day? You were triggered from work. Your ex hit you up. whatever kids are involved, just talk to me. Let me know what's going on. Because then from there, why you stay quiet, bottle up, and I'm just like, okay, why are you being funny? I don't, no, I'm good. Like, you're not good. You're obviously going through your feelings. You don't want to talk about it. And you're still trying to, you're there naked trying to do TLC with me, but you don't want to do, you don't want to participate. So meanwhile, then my narcissist traits, yo, I was ruthless. I'll be like butt naked, right? No back and right, get my cell phone, front of the face. What up, Maria? Any of my benefits. Hey, what you doing? Nothing. Can I come through? I will use analogies. Can I, TLC? Yeah, come through. Shower up. We'll shower together when I get there. And then she's going to grow up be like, where you going? Peace. Friends, and that's it. No more benefits. Nothing. Nope. I already told you. When I like my baby moms, I treat like my baby moms. And I'm on my date. I'm not your boy. I'm not your man. You're not my girlfriend. No. But you got to open your mouth. Which is definitely your choice. And yeah, they be there crying, whatever. I tell them, yo, nuts. Nope. Chill. Teriyaki. Have fun. No more benefits. Why? I just told you. That's the policy. You should work on yourself, because if you don't work on yourself, you try to be real, a relationship is not going to work out because you'll be the issue because you don't open your mouth. Let's say he's like what I'm doing. They're not saying empathetic, but being nice, because I want to talk about it with you, but you don't want to talk about it. How are you supposed to evolve as an individual in your kind of situation and your relationship? That's what I mean now. At 1,000, please. Any female, like, you don't believe me? Ask my exes. Oh, no. I tell ladies, yo, you play stupider? I play stupider. But with that said, I will not get involved with the female that's broken codependent. If she hasn't started the healing awakening journey, at least that part, friends and associates, 1,000, we can talk and vibe, have badass conversations. But I can control my feelings. She can control it. Oh, I like you, I want to get to know you. I'm not a virgin. Ask me whatever you like. But I'm going to let you know so you don't overthink in your head. There is no potential here at all. You're BBL, beautiful OnlyFans. You can become Kim Kardashian money. I mean, yes, you're beautiful, BBLs. You're a zillionaire, but you are broken codependent. I can't fix you or save you. I'd rather pick you up 1,000 times as a friend associate, not as your partner. Because the thing is, when you try to fix somebody by your side, it's going to be highly impossible. Second of all, if you haven't worked on yourself, they will take your energy. Then what? And you'd be like, damn, the same conversation again? You can't let go of your ex. You can't let go of your how old are your mom triggers you, your father triggers you. So when you get triggered, you shut down. You say, fuck the world. I don't want to talk to nobody. I'm trying to talk to you, pick your way down, and you're like, fuck you, leave me alone. And then I get grounded, I get crucified because you're in your feelings, right? And then to test females, I tell females, yo, you want to see the true test? If you have a good guy by your side, what's the highest high in the universe for the human body? TLC. Like I tell my exes, you my benefits then. They're on a bad day, say otherwise, and the benefit, there's pros and cons. Don't be doing benefits. Don't be body hopping because of the downfall situation. You will destroy yourself. I promise you that. You will lose control. If you can't control your lust, you will lose control and you will be fucking, quote unquote, become, TLC fiend, a nympho. Yeah, because you lost control because you already know what to say, 10-second rule. It's all in your face. It can happen all day, especially in Seattle, please. Like, Max was telling me, like you were smashing anything that's walking. I was like, no, that's a boy. If I wanted to, I could, but no. It's got to be, a spiritual connection, energy, all mind conversations. Then potentially be benefits. It's not like that. Trust me, because not every female I laid down with, yes, tasted them. Full TLC intercourse? No, not every single one of them. A lot of them, yes, but not every single one of them. And females getting their feelings about, they'll be like, we do everything in TLC, but we don't do that. I was like, yeah, because that's called exchanging energy. And I don't got feelings for you like that. Yes, you're beautiful. Yeah, nothing's wrong with you. Beautiful, nice body, yes, but it's the energy. So I won't do that with you. Some females didn't like that. They'd be like, what? I'm not every guy. Every guy's body hop, anything that's got a hold of smash. That's a boy. Nah, I worked on myself. I don't want to do that. Like, trust me. That's why if we want to do the 3 females, we tried, right? Because they kept bugging. I go, shit out. We're gonna do this, but when everything changes, the whole dynamic, that's your situation. And when I don't want to do TLC or nothing with you, then what? The conversation is short and shit. Then what? Now you're acting like we're a couple. This happens in couples all the time. Now you become my baby moms. I don't want to do shit with you. Bullshit, crack jokes here and there, but now you be in your feelings. And you getting me feelings because it's not the same anymore because you put me on pressure wise. Cool, let's do this. But remember this, it's going to be a shitty session. And yeah, like why? Because you're forcing the situation upon I don't want to do that on you. I'll do everything but full intercourse because now I'm trying to hurt you. I wasn't feeling that type of way. Nothing's wrong with you. It's called energy. So that's what I tell people. It's called energy wise. But anyways, that's why females, especially me in the social media wise, because typically females are in the 40-70 repo matrix. What are you? You focus on astrology, right? Your Wiccans, white magic, black magic, what you gonna call it? What else you got out there? The crystals, tarot, star seeds, all these spiritual terms, right? In the 4070 in the red pill matrix, I'm 3D, but I'm the referee of all universes because I call everybody out. So that's my intent. See where you sit up here wise, right? In your mansion. So when the female don't do, nothing with me wise, right? Like let's say it's a partner wise. And that's why I say, you play stupid, I play stupider. You got to be ready for that. When someone tells you, forewarns you that, they're forewarning you. You can try with words, but you got to be ready for words. Because I'll do what? Reverse psychology, match your energy-wise, every which way. If you can't handle that, don't step up to the plate because your feelings, your day goes to shit. So with that said, when a female's in their feelings, right? The best high in the universe is, TLC. But like I tell my exes, lay down, limitation, that's it. You don't even got to participate. Take care of yourself and get yours and that's it. That's the highest high. It will calm me the fuck down, I promise you will. But with that said, they're like, no, yes, you're not in the mood, so I'll be cool. And I would let her be. Because remember, when it comes to TLC, for the most part, girls, not women, girls run the universe when it comes to TLC because they do it on their time, in their fucking mood, right? So with that said, that's why I tell females, I'll just forewarn you that you don't believe me, ask my ex's wives, Oh, shoot. 2 seconds, guys. My daughter's calling me. I have to probably get off on my big O, but let me see if she calls back. Because something with their dogs. And I'm here real fast. If y'all have, if you're kidding with your parents, when you buy animals, like forewarn them every which way, like, buy animals. Don't just buy them. Oh, look, I got a puppy. Because I'm the one I've been taking care of her dogs for 3 years, and she don't really participate at all, help out. So they might have got out and like, here we go with this BS, So, yeah, let's see. If she's called back again, I'll jump off with a big old. Sorry, guys, my daughter was calling me. If she's calling me again, I'm going to have to get off the live because her dogs. Another story, which I'll probably talk about on Monday or Tuesday, because, like, when you buy animals and cats and all that stuff, cats and dogs, whatever animals is, that's like analogy. That's your kid. Take care of your kid. If you can't take care of your kid, don't pawn your animals off to your parents. At all. Like, that's a me, like, and it sucks because, empathetic and all that good shit. Like, I'll tell them, yo, dog, oh, yeah. Real fast. 2 seconds, guys. Hello? Yo. The what? Yeah. Just, it's either conventional oil or semi, but not full synthetic. Oh, bye. Cool, not dog issues, oil change issues. Hello, sorry about that. She was just talking about oil change issues as far as getting oil, so I gotta change it tonight. But anyways, wise. So with that said, that's why I say, like, back to the TLC part. That's to tell ladies, I tell them all the time. Once again, we ask my exes. So when they say no, I'm not in the mood, I don't want to do that. Cool, you don't have to. But once again, you play stupid, I play stupider. So when you females, girls, not women, girls, y'all feel good. It could be I could be crucified grounded for 2 days, weeks, month because she's still in her feelings. She's not top away because her father gave her shit. Someone triggered it. I'm the one, dealing with the bullshit, right? So the day that she's ready to do it, she be like, hey, all lovey-dovey and shit, right? And then in the Spanish, los hacemos. In English, that means let's do it. Or now, whatever she got to say, whatever she speaks wise, right? But now she's mentioning TLC. So I tell her, you play stupid, I play stupid. I'll be like, you know what? I would, but the sun, the stars, and the moons are misaligned, so I don't want to do it today. I'm not in the mood. And what happens to her? She gets her, fuck you, whatever. It don't matter. First and foremost, it's not happening. Second of all, I already been grounded for a month because I didn't do shit wrong. I got crucified. So with that said, add it to the roster. And that's the thing. That's called toxic relationships. Toxic love to the fullest. Don't be involved in that shit. But that's what you got to talk about in the very beginning. How do you deal with your trauma? How you doing there? How are you doing emotions? You still got a little child trauma. Your ex gives you shit, because I'm not trying to be your punching bag. The pillows are right, talking and vibing, but if you're progressing with the situation. If not, we can be friends and associates, and that's it. Nothing's going to happen more than this. And that's why you got to control your heart feelings, because you can be with the most beautiful girl, woman in the world, man, etc. what you're into wise, but they're broken codependent. You can't fix them or save them. So that's why I tell people, if you're more healed than they are, you got more of my conversations, then you're too much for them. And then you can try to fix and save them, mold them to be better. But when you try to do that, what's going to happen to you? You're going to take all your energy, take it for your love, kindness, money, everything. And when you pick them up when they're down and they're all happy and bullshit and you're going through your feelings now, because why? Especially when You're trying to hold the hand, guide them as a partner, and they throw your past and your present. They call you ugly, fat, and stupid. You ain't shit. No one's gonna want you because they're triggered because whatever situation you triggered them, situation, baby mom, baby father, ex, whoever the fuck triggered them. But now they're taking their words out on you. Bring your past to the present. Then what? Who's gonna pick you up when you're down? Happens all the fucking time. Been there, done, and don't miss that. That's the type of people. Let me know how that shit feels. Because, it took me 39 years of my life in this lifetime, blessed at 42. As an individual, the last 3 years of my life, I wouldn't ever be in a toxic relationship. My recent ex-wife, well, not super recent, but it was 17 months that, TikTok, love story, like great jazz. She's from California. I'm from Washington State, LDRs. With the LDRs, long-term relationship, y'all be very careful with that situation because maybe locally, you might have the people like, me here in Little Mexico? Fuck no. No potentials. Maybe with the white girls in Tri-Cities an hour away, but I don't go to Tri-Cities. I don't go to bars, clubs, nothing. I don't go out to chill, my homebody. But I'm in the streets, etc. here and there, wise. But here's the best part. They can talk to me, but remember, Eastern Washington, Mexico, these females they're not supposed to shoot their shot. It's wrong. Traditional, corny, bullshit ways. 3 hours west, shit, when I go to the market in Seattle, matter of fact, tomorrow, females are not shy at all. At all. They'll tell my father all the time, who's that? I'll be like, oh, that's my pops. That's your father? Mr. Moneybag, that's my father. And be like, yo, I'm gonna marry your son. I'll be laughing like, marriage? Yeah, that could potentially happen in time, but I don't stress about marriage. I go to be married, quote unquote, traditional blue pill talk ways. That would have to be a good potential, long term healthy, which is now when I say this, it's kind of rare, dead ass, because a lot of females can't have this conversation. They're very narrow minded, or they're working themselves, A for effort. But that's why you talk about everything, and that's the shit. That's why I tell these females, I do my lives, do my one on ones. Does that bother you? 2 seconds. Hello?
Hey, you're still there at the office, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right. Cool. All right. Bye. I'm about to get off in a minute. Boss is coming. We actually close at 5, so it's 5:05 p.m. Pacific time. But Monday I'll finish this. And this I'll do a TikTok because this is my Toxic Lock, a song to help me do comprehension, get on my ex-wives. Well, guide me to it. And that's from Young Drax, so I'll do that and I'll tag him. He's from Virginia. I like to promote his music stuff. Him and NF. That's the 2 artists as an individual helping him at the situation. Communication, NF. Comprehension, Young Drag. So that's why I remember that I make it sound so easy, right? Because I had a support team. If you don't have a support team, I promise you 1,000, you can't capital fucking C. You can't fix yourself by yourself at all. How so? Because if your wisdom and knowledge is maxed the fuck out, and you have no way to, well, I got my depression. I'm still stuck on my ex. Why are you still stuck on your ex? Did you know there's a zillion bodies in the world you can talk to? Yes, but then I'm my ex. I get it, but your ex is obviously not good for you. Because remember this, love doesn't hurt. Love is healing and soothing. Beautiful. What hurts is toxic love. That's all these music artists, and you talk to people, fuck love, it hurts. I'm like, no. I use the same shit I actually have right here. My little metaphor. Love is good when it's good, but when it's bad, it's bad. This is from 2002. My first baby mom, going through my feelings, because I was like, oh yeah, the love movies, Titanic, all that shit. Yeah, it didn't work out that way. I got demolished every fucking which way. Why? Because I was dating Lucifer's disciple. They're like, she's from the street, she's mentality, but very narcissistic. Very narcissistic. And me, praying, planning, hoping for fucking 12 years to change her away. Did it work out that way? No, it didn't. It did not work out that way. It felt very, very hard. I got destroyed, and that's why I started doing my benefits, the whole phase. Hit rock bottom as far as TOC being wild, because why? If you can't control your lust, trust me, you will lose it to every which way. Then you potentially catch babies, STDs, and people in the feelings, and that's not the intent to get to that point. That's why when you have a support team, they will check you. They'll do constructive criticism. Hey, you know what you're doing? You slow down. That's a person that has a lot of respect for your wives, because they see the good in you and they know you're good. You're just reacting to the situation, scenario, what you're going through, and you don't care. You become a blue pillar. Your narcissistic trait, the bad side, you hate, pride, ego, lust, greed, power. The blue pillars, people narcissistic, lose disciple, their mentality is YOLO, you only live once. So if you're doing it, they're doing it, you're serving, blue pillar, narcissistic like crazy, give no fucks. They'll body hop, destroy, verbally, they are wild. And then show them up from a distance, not as a partner, friends and associate, yeah, you can hold their hand, guide them, yes, but try not to catch feelings for them. Control your sympathy, empathy for people that are going through shit in life. Because if you don't, I promise you 1,000, you'll have them by your side. Because maybe I'm the one who can fix, change, save them. Change them to be better. Like, all this shit with TikToks, it takes that one woman for a man to teach. The fuck? That is so fucking incorrect. No. First and foremost, You don't change yourself for anyone in the universe but yourself, the person in the mirror. You can try to be changing yourself when you're open-minded, you're both talking, working yourself. Guess what? I'm broken, you're broken. Bad relationships. Well, we can try, but remember this. As long as we do communication comprehension, we can potentially progress. If this becomes too much for us, we squash this. It's not going to work out. I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm not trying to hurt I. That's fucking decent. You could potentially evolve. But remember this. If y'all doing good and you start evolving more, everyone around you, because we all have narcissist traits, they might see your happy couple, all love you, like let's say scenario on social media. They were seeing y'all rocking and shit, bumping heads, right? And all of a sudden, now you're doing both better, lovey-dovey, being spiritual, positive and shit. Now people that were you, right? Now they want your relationship. Then it's just my scenario. If I have a girlfriend, my girlfriend's side, and then her people's on my side, we're gonna be tested. It happens all the time. That's why you have to control your lust on your side and greed. If you don't, you're gonna fall to lust. My girl, she's decent, B cup, whatever. She's a small frame, homegirl, solid, everything BBL. She's out getting really close to be frisky and shit. Because in Seattle, females are not shy, and if they're top heavy, when they hug you, they hug you. Like a hug is cool. She's top heavy, understandable. But when she's hugging, she doesn't let go. What's she doing? She's passing boundaries, letting me know, hey, you can have this whenever you want. She don't gotta tell me that verbally. She told that spiritually, mentally, every which way, physically, not verbally. It's easy body language. That's why it's called body language. So that's why females like that, please keep it humble. A hug's a hug and that's it. But please don't hug me longer than you're supposed to. And some of them might get triggered. What do you mean? You're passing boundaries. I know what you're trying to do. Like, there's no lust here. I'm good. Please keep it humble. And some women be okay with it. The girls that don't, they get in their feelings every which way because they're not used to no. They're not used to getting rejected. That's why remember this. Rejection is protection. I have nothing against you, but just please keep it humble. If I want to get to know you, I'm not a virgin, I'm not shy, I'll talk to you. Trust that. So with that said, that's why you got to control your heart feelings and your lust. If not, you will fall to it. And the reason why boys cheat, because they have what? They fell to lust, right? The answer, no self-will. That's the answer, which I'm going to tell on me. That's the direct answer. Everyone says, well, that's what guys do. Boys do that shit. They fell to lust, all that shit, because the answer, no self-will. Why do females cheat? Why do women cheat? Because she gave me 1,000 chances. She's not giving me 1,001. I could have cheated on her 1,000 times, verbally, physically abusive. She's praying, planning, hoping because of culture, religion, traditional ways, right? Because she's empathetic. She's godly-like. What she is, that's beautiful what she's doing. The downfall, I'm narcissistic. She's the elusive disciple. So she's not giving me 1,001. So she, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, she checked out. That's what she fucking did. She checked out. And I'm going to die every which way. It could be one guy that she cheated with, and I gotta cheat with 1,000 females. They're just bitches. You're the wife. You're the main one. It doesn't matter. In her head, she's exhausted. And that's why, ladies, if you're involved in that shit, once they cheat, you always done deal. Which I'm gonna get this tatted. I have my shirts, but I'm gonna get eventually tatted on me. When I say this, when someone disrespects respect, they broke loyalty, trust, and love. All they can offer you now is toxic love, lust, drama, trombones, and trauma. Take the L, walk away, save yourself if you choose to want to, which is your choice. It's your choice. I just gave you all the answers. Your man, woman cheating on you, and you're there praying, planning, hoping. That is going to be a long, unhealthy fucking journey because that's my ex's wives, right? When they did it, we talked about it, and I would ask them, do you believe scenario, I worked on myself with doing better wise, right? Do you believe, because what you did, that we could potentially work out again? Like a long-term relationship, I already knew the answer, but I want to see what, they were going to say. Should I write my exes? Because now I worked on myself, right? And they'd be like, some said yes, and the other one said no. I was like, why do you say no? Because what I did. Like, exactly. Like, no, we're not bad people. We're just bad for each other. That's the shit. That's how people. You were both toxic for each other, but I broke it down. Why? Because the way we met, said our wives, and I was still my feelings about my ex-wives. Low-key, they didn't know that, and I didn't know how to let her go. So that's it. That's why, like she would tell me, you bitch about your first baby mom, how she destroyed you. Your father, all words, but now you became numb. But you became worse than your baby mom because you destroy everybody. When you're triggered, you destroy everybody. And I would. I tell people, I could be ruthless with my words. Now I bite my tongue best as. Like, because I control my narcissist traits to the fullest. And I tell people, like, if you can test me, but I tell them, I'm just forewarning you. Can you handle words? If I know the truth about you, especially if I know that you're past all the good shit, if I want to use my narcissist traits, I can bring your past to your present. And when I devour you with words, I'll be like, yo, why you triggered? They're just petty ass words, but it's your past that you confided in me. Why that you didn't? That I should not be. Yes, I should not be using your past to throw it in your face, to bring it to the present. But you bothered me. I just remind you I'm too much for you, and boom. But that's not the intent, right? That's why. That's all the kiddos out there. Like, yo, don't be too hard on your parents, especially the fathers, because we're raising correctly. So with that said, we can change your ways. Why I'm saying what I'm saying. That's how all my kids. You don't gotta talk to me. That's definitely your choice. But with that said, a lot of parents are winging life. They're just adapting situations. And the movies make it sound beautiful, but yeah, it's far from the situation. What's up, Ed? Big back. Oh, I just talk about the same thing, life, relationship. But I'm just talking about parenting wise and then relationships as usual. Like, be upfront, be open minded, talk about the situation before you get involved with people. Because if not, it's not gonna work out. They can go by looks, yes, be attractive with the potentials to be, but if you're not ready for that, don't get involved with them. Because I promise you're gonna fail. Then what? That's what I tell people. 95% of the universe is broken codependent. So to be nice to you guys, your relationship is like, to be nice. 30 days, 90 days tops. How so? It starts with lust, goes to love, toxic love, and the spark's over. Y'all bang like bunnies for 90 days. Get out of your system. I don't know you. Nothing in common. Opposites attract, all that shit. I'm jealous, your ex, all it just, we didn't get a chance to get to know each other because we're just going off looks and lust, and that's all it is. Welcome to your toxic relationship, toxic, broken, codependent relationship. I pray for you, and that's it. That's how I'll be your friend associate. I won't be your partner. Because I'm very observant. Tell people, go anywhere. Fuck McDonald's, BK's, Starbucks. Sit down and enjoy the view. Observe everybody, judge and read everybody, study them. I can see anybody. Yeah, you're square, empathetic. Oh yeah, you're a circle narcissist, every which way. Lose the disciple. Just because you're a suit and tie, go to church talking about God, that doesn't make you a godly person. Like they say in the Bible, God cannot step. I'm thinking about Lucifer cannot step in God's house because it'll catch on fire. But did you know Lucifer's disciples, the alphas, machistas, narcissists, energy vampire boys and girls can go to church, be a priest, touching little kids, passing by on females, but they love God, preach about God. Door to door. That's why I tell people, judge me and read me. If not, then what? You're gonna go through a lot of shit in life, and you're gonna get destroyed. Oh, gracias, thank you for that. You don't have to give me a thank you. I just tell a story every day about Brown. The same one. I'm repetitive, but it's because I'm trying to hold your hand, guys, and guide you every which way, so you don't feel a loss. Because your head's your best friend and your worst enemy. Overthinking beats the shit out of you, because then from there, once you overthink the situation, and you potentially gaslight, manipulate people. You can potentially do deflection, projection. If you don't know what deflection projection is, that's when I got my personal issues. I don't want to talk about it, right? So where the mask smiles, and then from there I take it on my partner, take it on my kids. I'm reacting to whoever triggered me. Could be my ex, could be my boss. Someone give me shit about my past. My father just triggered me. So now I'm like, fuck you to the world. Yeah, that's called reactive abuse. But it's not you're a bad person. It's the environment you're in. That's why in time when you're working yourself, you'll do a lot better. That's why the healing journey, I tell people, analogy, not physically, cosmetically, spiritual, emotion. I take it back. Spiritual, emotion, mentally wise, you're tell my one-on-ones. The healing journey at the very beginning, because you got the healing, awakening, eventually you woke. The healing journey, I tell them, you ready to die? What? Not physically. Spiritual, emotion, mentally. Why? Because, detox from codependency wise, and when people are giving you shit, like you used to talk about your ex, and this, you got to push them away. Rejection is protection. I promise you that. If not, then what? You're going to stay there? And it can get scary. You can potentially run back to your ex or go to another toxic relationship because you're scared to be alone. Like, nothing's wrong to be alone, but you're broken codependent. I need a body by my side. Go after your ex or any other body you want to. You can't fix out the body by your side. That's why I hurt people. And I just tell them, I just hold your hand, guide you, forewarn you. That's what I'm trying to do for you. Because I was you. I was really bad like you, especially your body happen like crazy and being wild. No, but I could hold you and guide you because I can tell you my story, my one-on-ones, and my exes. Everyone I've talked to in my lifespan, I just tell a story, my personal or theirs. Because what am I doing? Like me since I was like a 7th grader. My nickname was counselor. That's what I was. I gave everyone advice, said it wise. And I was in a relationship. My first real relationship, I was almost 21 years old. I did traditional ways, the V card, the Virgin card, till I was almost 21. I helped say this right, wrong. I mean, the right person. Yeah, I said it to lose the disciple. I pray she's doing better, but yeah, she slaughtered me. I give her props. I tell people, remember the people narcissistic, lose disciples, give them the props. They are beasts at what they do, but they're broken codependent for many, many years to be. Like they say, like on TikTok, like I used to say, narcissists can't change. Nah, they can if they choose to, which is their choice. But it's harder for them because they're used to destroying people. That's what they're used to. Like when we see the good in people, right? You're more empathetic, godly-like, right? The downfall in your head because of religion, culture, environments that you think in your head, right? Like, because I'm nice, everyone should be nice. Everyone should match my energy. Yo, this is not Jesus times. This is 2023, and that's far from the situation. So with that said, no. And people narcissistic, they see the good guy, good girl. Oh yeah, they already know in their head. Yep, easy. I'm about to take him for the love, kindness, money, everything, and they will with no fucking remorse because they don't know how to work on themselves. But I love you guys. The boss is coming here. Gotta jump off. So with that said, love y'all. Take care. Have a good night. Enjoy your weekend. I might jump on. Oh, actually, no. I'm going with the boys. My 5 boys for the weekend. Co-parenting best as. Sorry, I'm trying to slow it down, but I got to rush to get out of here. But do co-parenting best as. If not, I tell you, I can hold you and guide you. It's easier said than done, but you focus on yourself as a mother, father wise, and the kiddos, not your ex. But yes, easier said than done because if you have a trauma bond, yeah, I'm letting go. The heart food is still there, and they can trigger you. You're stupid. You're fat. All that. Yes, I know they can. But with that said, that's why it's what day by day, baby steps. That's how you can do. So have a good night. Enjoy your weekend. I'll catch up with you guys on Monday. Remember, don't ever feel alone. I'm always in your pocket. You can DM, comment, any majority of the platforms: TikTok, Facebook, IG, Twitch, YouTube, Spotify, Likey. The main ones, I'm on there, so I got you. Free therapy, life coach. I don't charge nothing. Why y'all going to therapist counselor? You're charging $50, $100 an hour for not telling you the answers. This is your journey. I can't answer for that. That's just annoying to me. Like, how the fuck you go to school for this bullshit? You can't tell people, hold their hand and guide them. That is foul. But remember, they're the gimmick because if I have 7 clients all year, I'm going to Hawaii, Japan, Dubai, everywhere because I'm going to sell them a dream. It's called breadcrumbing, DSM-5 book, but I'm just teasing you with a little positive information because I don't want you to leave. But I want you to stay here for years to be. I've been seeing my therapist for 7 years. 7 fucking years and they haven't told you anything? I'm like, damn. They take you. How much money you donate to them? I go, I do for free. So with that said, I love y'all. Have a good night. Take care. Enjoy your weekend. Stay fresh. Ciao. Let us like your squad. Have a good night. Enjoy your weekend. Later Twitch. Be safe. Take care. Damn, what the fuck is so hot? Holy fuck. That makes no. Is it because all my other apps open? I can't think of. Oh, I didn't shut it off. Sorry, guys. I apologize.